Welcome back to SUV Prestige. Today we are going to have a little look at some of the coolest cars due for release this year, 2023.
Before we get into the video, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to keep up to date with our latest videos.
And if you are looking to buy or sell your car in the UK, please visit www.suvprestige.co.uk, where you'll find a plethora of beautiful hand-selected vehicles from the finest manufacturers the world has to offer. So, the first car on the list is the BMW M3 Touring. Now, that is a car that should have been made generations ago. And in fact, did you know that BMW did actually make a BMW M3 Touring before now?
It was the E46, wasn't it?
E46 never released it. They only released it like 2016 or something to keep it a secret. This is a car hotly anticipated. We were at Goodwood last year to see this car get unveiled for the very first time to the public. Very, very, very cool car.
Yeah, I was so excited.
So that car's going to start from around £85,000. It's going to have a 3-litre straight six twin turbo, do 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds. It'll be limited to 155 mile an hour, or with a driver pack up to 173 miles an hour flat out. The M division has also added a plethora of goodies to buy after the fact to fit to it.
The gold wheels.
Carbon kits, yes. The colours I'm most excited about, by the way, is the purple, the bronzy gold wheels. Very excited.
They've smashed it. Next we have the Lamborghini Urus Performate. So that's got 4-litre twin turbo V8 as it had before.
Yeah.
But they've fiddled around in the engine bay. They've got 16 more brake horsepower out of it.
They'll need it, it's massive.
They'll need it, it's massive. 850 newton meters of torque, so it pulls. It's also 47 kilograms lighter. So they brought that out because Aston Martin brought the DBX 707 out. It's still not as quick as it though, but it's closer to it.
Can I be controversial?
Go on.
Don't really like Uruses.
This one's going to be around about 209 grand starting price. Not 63.3 seconds. We're going to do about 109 miles an hour.
I don't see really the difference between that and the normal one.
It's got a black bonnet.
I don't get it.
It's got a bit more carbon fibre and it's a little bit quicker.
Not bothered. Right, this one my next pick. We're going to talk about the Ferarri SP3 Daytona.
Beautiful car.
Third car in the Icona series after the SP1, the SP2 Monza. This car is named after their 1967 1-2-3 finish at the 24-hour Daytona race. And it's also based roughly upon some of the Pininfarina designs from the 60s. There was one car that had this very slatted back, which you can see in the promotional video from Ferrari.
It's a beautiful looking thing, isn't it?
Incredible looking car. I think it's potentially a bit too busy, if I'm honest, at the back end. The front end's amazing. I love those retractable eyelids. I think that's cool. Yeah. That was a sort of nod to the pop-up headlights in a modern twist. I like that. It's also got an 828 horsepower, 6.5 litre V12, naturally aspirated.
Is it?
Naturally aspirated. It's the most powerful internal combustion engine ever put in a road car by Ferrari. So it's limited to 599 units, £2 million.
It's a lot of cash.
Sold, gone, finished. It was sold out before it was released to the public. That car is mad. 9,500 RPM, red line.
It's going to sound wicked as well, isn't it?
Very good. 2.85 seconds, 0 to 60. 211 mile an hour flat out, more car than you're ever going to need. And apparently it is very, very, very easy to drive.
Controversial one next, we've got the Mercedes-AMG C63 E Performance.
Is controversial.
Very controversial. Looks wicked, as you can see. Really like the look of it. However, the controversial bit, it's a 2-litre 4-cylinder hybrid. Most powerful production 4-cylinder ever.
How much?
It's got 469 brake horsepower. So it's got F1 technology with the turbos and whatnot. But it also has a 6.1 kilowatt, whatever that means, battery and an electric motor to it as well. So it's 4-wheel drive, that's on the front axle. Rear-wheel drive with the engine. 201 brake horsepower with a total of 670 brake horsepower. It's also the first C63 to have 4-wheel drive.
It also doesn't sound good anymore.
No, it doesn't. It sounds shocking. Not 63.4 seconds.
That's quick.
Very, very quick. And it's got drift mode. So you can still do big skids
quick.
Again, limited similar to the M3, 155 mile an hour if you get the AMG driver package, 173.
Yeah.
And if you want to know, you can do 8 miles on pure
To be
electric.
fair, it's not that different to the M3 Touring.
It's not, because they do a wagon in that as well.
Right, my next one is the best car of this year.
By far.
By miles, I don't care what anybody says, it's the best. GT3 RS from Porsche. I'm very excited about that car. Nobody's going to get an allocation unless you've spent £100 million with Porsche, so good luck if you want one. £178,500 starting price. However, it's never going to be that, because if you buy this car, you absolutely have to go for the white sack pack, which you get magnesium wheels, lots of exposed carbon on the outside, a very, very nice carbon fibre roll cage, some other carbon fibre goodies on the inside.
It's a must, isn't it?
You also get carbon fibre exposed, carbon fibre drop links.
All right.
Aerodynamic ones.
Right.
As part of that pack as well. Very good. Nürburgring record, sorry, not record, the Nürburgring time for that car, 6:49.3.
Rapid.
I think it's fast. I think a lot of people were expecting it to be faster.
Yeah, but Manti Racing haven't got their hands on it yet.
Exactly. I'm excited for that one.
I am.
Obviously with this car, massive wing, unbelievable aero. It's a proper race car. It's the most extreme iteration of aerodynamics on a road car ever, I think. 0 to 60, 3.2 seconds. It's not about 0 to 60 though, it's about the corners. 184 mile an hour flat out. That is with, it's got DRS.
Oh, the little
Does. Makes it aerodynamic.
Yeah, Hamilton's got that, hasn't he?
Very good. And it's also got some of the most technically advanced suspension and power setups that any Porsche's ever had. You can adjust everything. Rebound, everything.
It's a serious bit of kit, isn't it? And I think it looks wicked in that colour combo.
Best looking car of this year for my opinion.
I agree with that.
I love a Porsche though. I'm a sucker for a Porsche. Very cool.
I'm excited to see them.
Very cool. I love it.
Carrying on with the Porsche theme then. Got the 992 Dakar.
Yeah.
This was a little bit, I wasn't expecting Porsche to be bringing this out, to be honest. So it's a 3 litre twin turbo flat 6, 473 brake horsepower.
Yep.
It's 4-wheel drive, obviously. PDK gearbox. It's 650mm higher than the standard car.
Do you know it can also rise another 30mm?
I do as well, yeah. On the axles.
Which you can do you can do 93 miles an hour with that extra 30mm when you press the button.
Yeah, and then it sort of hunkers itself back down, doesn't it?
After 93, yeah. That's
That's
pretty mad.
It is pretty cool, to be fair. I think it looks wicked. Inspired by the Paris-Dakar rally back in the 80s when they used to race in there. They did it with old 911s and the 959.
Yep.
So it's only 10 kilograms more than a normal GTS.
Is it really?
I thought it'd be a heavy old thing.
Oh, that's clever. How have they done that?
I don't know. But they've managed it.
That's mad.
It is, isn't it? The old rally livery on it as well, which I think is a little bit of a must if you're going to do it. I really like it.
Can I be honest?
26 grand option.
Another controversial comment from me. Hate liveries.
Really?
Yeah. Doesn't really look that good though.
I think it's cool. It's a bit pointless, isn't it?
Very.
But it's a bit cool. It only does 149 mile an hour because the tyres will blow up if you go any quicker.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they've had to limit it to 149.
Okay.
Not 60, 3.5 seconds, pretty quick. It's limited to 2,500 units.
Yeah, it's a limited car. It's going to shoot up a value. It's a Porsche.
It's a Porsche.
It's still really cool. Would I buy it? No.
No, it's 173k starting price.
It's cash.
It's a lot of money, isn't it?
Do you know what I'd have instead of that?
Go on.
It's not in this list, by the way, but it is out this year, and it is an honourable mention. The Lamborghini Stratos.
Oh, the based on Hurricane.
Yes, it's a Hurricane for off-road. That's cool.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
It's a lot faster too.
Right, another controversial car that's coming out in 2023. It's the new BMW M2.
I love it. Everyone's slagged it off.
When I first saw it, I was a little bit, and then I've seen more press footage and pictures of it, and I think it looks wicked.
Can we just talk about the press footage before you get started?
Go on.
That's reckless from BMW.
It's an accident waiting to happen, isn't it?
What you're going to get is you get a bunch of 20-year-olds trying to reenact that in the local car park and a bunch of smashed up M2s.
It's got the same engine as the M3, the M4 in it. It's a little bit detuned though, so it's a 3-litre twin turbo.
But do you know what that means?
You can tune it up to.
Tune it back
So
up.
out of factory, it's coming out with around about 453 brake horsepower.
Let's just discuss that a second.
Go on.
That's in what is essentially like a car aimed at younger people.
Yes.
450 brake horsepower.
It's 50 more than the last M2.
20 years ago, your Lamborghinis and your Ferraris weren't at that level.
No.
And now you can have that in a little coupe from BMW.
Mental. You know what's even better as well?
Go on.
Only rear wheel drive.
Excellent.
Even better. And they've offered it with manual as well. So
that's good news.
That's really good news. So,
Drifts.
No cost option for the manual as well. Not 60, 4.1 with the auto box, 4.3 with the manual.
Yep.
155 mile an hour, sitting German thing.
Yeah.
Again, M drivers package, 174 miles an hour.
I mean, that's...
And it's going to be sitting around about 61 grand before options.
It's not that much money.
No, that's what I was thinking. I think they've priced that very well.
It's not bad.
One thing I'm not too, well, impressed about, it's the same weight as the M4 competition.
It's half the size.
I know.
Don't get
Because
that.
of all the clever suspension and all this rubbish.
No.
Same
I
as
like
the
it
M4
though.
comp.
I really like it.
I really like the look of it.
Ferarri Purosangue. Thoroughbred in Italian. Not an SUV.
But it is.
No, it's not. Ferrari said it isn't.
What is it then?
It's a 4-seater Ferrari.
Right.
It's the most dynamic Ferrari ever built in terms of its everyday practicality.
All right, okay.
Small boot, smaller than the Urus. This car I would have over an Urus any day. It
I
is
have to agree.
beautiful.
Stunning bit of kit, isn't it?
This has got the 6.5 litre naturally aspirated V12 glorious engine. Sounds unbelievable, not in an SUV. And this car's going to start from £313,000.
It's a lot of cash, isn't it?
Ain't cheap. Ferrari didn't want to build it. Ferrari once said, we will never build an SUV, I think, when Lamborghini launched the Urus.
Yeah.
And then they saw the Urus sales and said, okay, we'll build a SUV that's not an SUV because we want that kind of cash in the bank. Ferrari, for me, levels above Lamborghini. Maybe another controversial comment for me.
Another one.
Yeah.
They're just more beautiful.
Yeah, they're a work of art, aren't they?
Unbelievable. Absolutely amazing car. This car's going to have 715 brake horsepower, 716 newton meters of torque. It ain't slouch.
No.
3.3 seconds to 60, top speed 194 miles an hour. Imagine that in a not an SUV.
No, not an SUV. It's faster than the Urus as well, then.
Yes.
I think, yeah.
It looks better than the Urus, faster than a Urus, sounds better than a Urus.
Yeah, they missed a trick. Lamborghini should have put V12 in the Urus, in my opinion.
This is way better.
Yeah. Right, so this is the Czinger 21C.
Yes.
It's an American company in California.
California.
Yep. Very interesting car. So it's got a 2.88 twin turbo V8, which revs up to 11,000 RPM. So this thing screams.
Wow.
937 brake horsepower from that V8.
Pretty mental.
It's the world's most power dense engine.
Power dense engine.
Yeah, whatever that means. The power in it is dense.
We're trying to work out what that means.
I don't. I just saw it and went, that sounds cool. It's got 2 electric motors as well, which do nearly 300 brake horsepower, 296 brake horsepower, so it's a total of 1,233 horsepower. But if you ask Czinger nicely, they'll raise it to 1,333. It's 4-wheel drive as well, weighs 1,250 kilograms, so it's got a 1-to-1 power rate ratio.
The magic ratio.
Magic ratio.
Do you know who did that first?
Koenigsegg.
Christian von Koenigsegg.
Koenigsegg. Not 61.9 seconds.
Wow, fast.
Very fast. Top speed 205. It can be run on biofuel as well.
Yeah, but the government will kick off if you do that probably.
Probably, but yeah. £2 million. Well, $2 million.
And 80 cars.
80 cars, isn't it?
My next car is the Koenigsegg Gemera.
You like this one, don't you?
This one's exciting for me. I really like Koenigsegg. I really like Koenigsegg. Very exciting, and I love the little ghost emblem.
Oh, yeah, I thought it were a Stingray when I first saw it, didn't I?
You did.
I don't know why. But
We first saw this car at Goodwood last year, the Festival of Speed. Tried to hunt Christian von Koenigsegg down the whole day and couldn't find him. Apparently he was there most of the day though. Just every time I turned up he wasn't. Yeah, this car is the first of its kind. It's a 4-seater, I don't know if you call it a mega car or a hypercar. I'm not quite sure.
They call it a mega car, don't they?
I think it is.
Yeah.
Because there's something about a megawatt. I don't really understand those numbers.
A
Christian von Koenigsegg's far too clever for me. But it's a 1.27 megawatt car. Me neither.
Is that good?
No idea. Don't know. 1,700 brake horsepower.
Yeah, that's a lot.
3,500 Newton meters of torque. 4 people.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's
Direct drive gearbox. 1 gear. That's gearbox.
A fancy one, isn't it?
Yeah, it was first developed in the Regera.
Yes, yeah.
It's literally foot down go. Now this car, what was it you were saying earlier about the most powerful 2-litre engine in the world?
I said powerful 2-litre 4-cylinder engine in the world.
Ah, right, okay. Well, this is even better than that then.
It is.
Because this is a 2-litre 3-cylinder car. Now that engine produces 600 brake horsepower. It's then got 3 electric motors. It's got
3.
one on the front axle.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
2 on each rear wheel.
Yeah.
Between them, they give 1,100 extra horsepowers.
Right.
Now, this car will do 0 to 60 roughly 1.9 seconds.
Rapid then.
And it'll do 248 miles an hour flat out.
With 4 people in it.
And it's got 8 cup holders. Very, very, very exciting car. Now, that's 1.4 million quid. I don't know what else to say about it. It's just unbelievable.
Well, I really like the next one as well. This is a Koenigsegg CC850.
Yeah. Do you know what that's based off?
It is based off the CC8S.
The original.
The original one.
The first.
The first ever Koenigsegg that came out 20 years ago. Yeah, that's a bit of a madness. So it's got the is it Jesko?
Yes, Jesko.
Jesko's twin turbo 5-litre V8 in it with slightly smaller turbos. So it's only producing 1,385 brake horsepower.
That's
1,000 pound-feet of torque, and it weighs 1,385
the perfect
kilograms.
1-to-1.
So it's got 1-to-1 weight, power-to-weight ratio. It's got, again, technological advancement here. It's a manual automatic.
Yes.
But not as we know.
You can have it in auto.
Yeah, with a manual.
Or you can do manual for proper manual, like gated manual
so it's got
stuff.
3 pedals. It's got 6-speed manual with 3 pedals, or you knock it across where 6th normally is sometimes on some cars.
Yeah.
And it's got 9-speed automatic. That is the perfect thing. You know when people are going, oh well, manuals are better, and people go, oh yeah, but an automatic's better.
Can't argue now, can you?
You can't argue, because if you want to thrash the absolute tits off it around the track, manual, drive it,
I've got to be honest.
Put it in auto.
I'd still use the auto.
I probably would as well, to be fair.
Ain't nobody got time for manual no more.
No, ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
So it's a celebration, obviously, from the first ever Koenigsegg 20 years ago.
Celebrate 20 years.
Yeah, I think it looks absolutely incredible. I love how clean and simple the lines are on it.
Yeah, I love how
there's no fancy, stupid, big
it's retro.
canards or.
And that sounds mental for something that's 20-year-old, but it's very retro.
No, it is very retro. I think that original car, the CC8S, is aged very well.
Yeah, it basically looks
basically looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
But I love it. I love how clean it is. And they've also is celebrating Christian von Koenigsegg's 50th.
Yes, for his birthday.
Awesome.
How cool is that?
So it costs 20 years, 50th birthday. They're making 70 units.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So it's like a celebration of him and his company. But less than 3 seconds 60 talks of it being very close to 300 mile an hour top speed.
Yeah,
how true that is, we don't know.
I'm desperate to get in the driver's seat of one.
That's going to cost around about 3.3 million. There's not much footage of it, but I found someone revving the nuts off it and it shoots flames.
Let's see.
Right, so one more.
No, we're at 10.
No, one more. You trust me on this one. You really like this one.
This better be good.
It's very, very special. You really like this one. So, Vauxhall have...
So that wraps up our top 10 list of the hottest cars of 2023.
It's been a good list, hasn't it?
Great list.
Great cars coming out this year.
What's the one you're most excited about? If you had to choose one,
M3 Touring.
is it?
Or the 992 GT3 RS, but I can't really choose between the two.
Yeah, to be fair, I've got 3.
Go on.
The Purosangue.
Purosangue.
Obviously, the most obvious one is the Gemera.
Yeah, the Gemera.
And obviously the 911 GT3 RS. Thank you ever so much for watching. We will see you on the next one.
Yeah.
Peace.